So the pivotal moment of my life, and this is a story that like there's a shorthand for it in my family, and it's the Rad Cafe. So the Rad Cafe, my parents had a little house in Breckenridge, Colorado, a little ski house that we used to drive to when I was a kid. And I would always set up like a little bed in the back seat, so I'd have like my little quilt and a pillow, and I could tuck in. And my little sister was there too, but I think I'd probably smash her with my feet or something. And but my parents, we would always play these games, like what if games, like what if we arrive at the house in Breckenridge and there's people living there, like what would we do? And it was so fun. But one day my mom and I had this conversation for the entirety of the 2-hour ride, and it was all about creating this thing called the Rad Cafe. And the idea of this was, I was probably, I don't know, I want to say 7 or 8 at the time, and this was a hamburger joint with a skate park in the back of it, and like maybe a hotel, and there was like a concert venue. It was like everything like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 8-year-old kid wanted in the world. Was this, you could go get a milkshake and you could shred on your skateboard and hang out with your cool friends, and I was like, this is the most amazing thing in the world. And after like an hour and 52 minutes, I was like, all right, Mom, when are we starting this? We had it all designed out. We had like drawn on like a yellow legal pad, like the kind of branding and the way that it would look. And she was like, oh, Mikey, well, we're not gonna start the Rad Cafe. Like, this was just like a fun thing to talk about. And in that moment, I was destroyed.
Oh.
And I think that I like, my brain broke a little bit in 2 ways. So one was, I'm never trusting my mom again. And I still don't to this. No, I'm just kidding. My mom and I are best friends, and we talk like every day. No, but I think I went to this place where I was like, one, sometimes it's just, you can build things in your mind, and that's the greatest thing ever. It's like, what a fun thing to do with people, what a fun thing to explore. And then the other thing was making things like that happen, like starting the Rad Cafe is actually very difficult, and I'm not super interested in that part of it. But having this kind of free floating thing in my head of like, ooh, we can dream all the dreams, we can think all the things. So basically almost everything that I did after that in my education and then my career have been like, what's the way that I can find towards playtime? Like, what are the things that I can do that are like, hey, let's jump in the sandbox, let's bring in all the toys we want, and there's no boundaries, let's just think of all the craziest things. So it's one of the reasons that I love to play imagination games with my friends' kiddos. It's why my dream world is the most wild. I have the most wild dreams of anybody that I know, and I write them down, and they're like, my wife's like, I can't believe that happens inside of your head every night, it's super weird. And then why ultimately I do what I do now, which is like, I go to these big companies and I say, you should make this thing that's totally unrealistic but wild, and people will love it. And they go, okay, we love that, we're going to do 60% of it. So the Rad Cafe was like, I think the biggest pivoting moment in my life. And coming to you in 2021, the Rad Cafe is opening in Portland. No, I'm just kidding. But we should do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're a grown-up now. You could.
I know. I'm kind of thinking about it. I've actually, I do go on, I have like a saved search on like a commercial real estate website that shows me all the like cool little strip motels that are on the market, because I would like, that's what I want it to be, is like a, motor lodge that then has all the skateboarding and stuff in the back.